Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Your Tech Today. In this video we'll take a look at a dash camera from Yi. So I've just received it from Amazon and this is what the box looks like. You can see the specifications over here. It's a 1080p 60 fps recording capable camera, and it has a 165 degree field of view, ultra wide angle lens, and it's a good I've seen good reviews about this, so I just ordered it. And it can go up to 2304 and 1296 resolution, but that is by interpolation, so the maximum would be 1080p at 60 fps. Some more specifications over here. It does record in H.264. It has a microphone, f1.8 aperture, that's a good thing for low light, and the lens is made out of glass. It does have a color screen which is 2.7 inch. It does have Wi-Fi also, so you can download the videos with the app on your phone. And it has 11.5 feet length cord, and it does come with a USB car charger which will be used to power this, and it can support up to 64 GB of memory card, micro SD, class 10 or above, and it's made in China. So let's open it up. So we find the camera first. Oh, it's really compact. I didn't expect it to be this small. Nice. I guess this is a sticker. This is your manual. Okay, this is the complete user's guide in various languages. So we do get a 16 GB micro SD card in the box, and I did happen to order a micro SD card also with this, so you can see these both are the same, but this is 32 GB and this is 16 GB. So that's nice that it's there in the box. And here is your USB cable. It feels nice, nice quality, and this is right angle, so it'll be easier to install. Here is the mount. So it doesn't come with a suction cup mount, but it comes with this 3M adhesive mount. So I guess you need to be careful where you place it, because once you place it, you cannot really change it, or you'll have to replace this adhesive tape, or you can order a suction mount. I guess it's available. I've not really found it, but it should be available. So that's it in the box. Now let's take a look at the camera. So this is how you'll attach the mount, and that's it. It clicks in place. It's pretty firm, so it's not easy to remove. It will not fall out. The connector on the cable is micro USB. It's not USB type C or mini USB. So I have another cable over here which I have connected to a power bank just to test the camera. This is where you plug it in. There's a reset button here. This should be a record button, and this is your power button. So you need to scan this to download the app. So let's scan this. So I've already installed the app, and it's the same app. It's available on Google Play Store. So as we have already downloaded the app, we can close this. So it does have advanced driver assist system. I guess that's what ADAS stands for. So it can tell you about lane changes and warn you, but that will take a look once we install the camera. So the camera is working now, and you can see the field of view is pretty wide. So let's take a look at the settings. I hope you're able to see the screen. So this is the video capture setting. Let's go. It's 1080p 60, 1296 30, 720p, 1080p. We'll keep it at 1080p 60. Then the mic is off. We will switch it on. The G sensor is set on medium, so whenever it detects a crash, it will save that footage. And it's on medium, so we'll keep it on medium for now. This is in how much time you want the LCD to switch off once the camera is turned on. So this camera does not have any inbuilt battery. It only works on the power. So That is good because in extreme winters or extreme heat the batteries can get damaged, and over time also batteries lose their capacity. So in this camera you will not have that issue. So let's switch on the driver assist. Let's see how it works when I install it. This is the Wi-Fi, so we'll keep it on. So let me put the SD card inside and format it once. We'll use the supplied SD card. So when I inserted the SD card, the camera switched off. So it says SD card must be formatted before using. So we'll format it. So I guess the plus sign is for the advanced driver's assist. Let's go to settings again. And this is the next option, is to do a factory reset. Then you can change the date and time. Do you want a clock display when the camera is on standby? That's probably, you can switch it off if you don't like it. The sounds, you can switch it off and on. Button sounds, driving report, I guess we'll keep it on for now. Let's see about. So this should be your firmware, serial number, everything. Password of the Wi-Fi is 12345678990. Okay, so it's automatically started recording. Let's open up the app and see how to set it up. So the app is easy to use. It's connecting, searching for the camera and connecting to it. It's connected. And the camera is connected. That was very easy. So you can see there is a slight amount of delay, but it's really good. You can see not much delay. And we can make it full screen. You can take a picture and it shows you the date and time. What I want to do is switch off this Yi logo. So we can change the settings of the camera through the app also. We'll change it to 60 frames a second. So here is where you can switch off the logo. So I'm going to switch that off. It takes a bit of time for it to do the settings. So all your settings of the camera are available in the app. So that's also nice if you don't want to do it on the camera. So you can download your files over here. You can press the download button. So I guess the plus sign is for the advanced driver's assist. Let's go to settings again. So those are the video files which were there in the camera, and you can download it. And the file is downloading and done. So that will be saved in your phone. So like that, whichever file you want to download, you don't need to touch the camera. Once it's mounted in your car, you can just download it through Wi-Fi. You can change your Wi-Fi password also over here. I would suggest that you do that because otherwise anybody can have access to your files. So that's it for the app. It's pretty easy to install and use, and connects to the camera very easily. So finally we'll take a look at the camera once more before we install it. So it feels really good, nicely built. It has a bit of a quality feel to it. Doesn't feel very cheap. And this is your mic over here. This is your lens, and it's a nice high quality glass lens which they have used with an f1.8 aperture. And I will be removing this film once I install it. And it does have a wide dynamic range, so it should give good video quality. Some more details on the bottom and some vents for the heat to escape, and the camera can stay nice and cool in the summers. So some reviews do say that it doesn't work below -10, but I don't think that should be an issue. If there is something like that, I will leave it in the description of the video once the winter comes, because now it's not that cold here in Canada. It's about -4 right now, and it should work fine. If I have any issues in this kind of temperature, obviously again I'll leave it in the description, and once winter comes I will update any issues I have with this camera in the description of the video. So now I'm going to go ahead and install this and probably show you some video quality samples in this video. Obviously the YouTube compression is going to reduce the quality a bit. That is always the case, but I will give you my honest review after I test it. And one more thing is that it does not have a battery, but it does have some sort of reserve power to save the files whenever the camera switches off, so you don't have to worry about losing your files. And there's also a car cigarette lighter adapter. in the box. So it works from 12 to 24 volts and the output is 5 volt 1000 milliamps. So guys, this is where the camera is installed. I've stuck the mount on the windshield and I've routed the cable under the headrest, then over here, tucked it inside this, and under, like, it's just a rough cable management that I've done. And this is where the power supply is. So basically this this port is not working, which is attached to the key. This is the Dodge Grand Caravan, and this power supply is always on because this is directly connected to the battery. And as this camera doesn't have motion detection, so every time I have to use the camera, I plug it in and then it switches on. And then when I park the car, I just remove the cable. So once I get this fixed, I will put it in this port so that it switches on and off with the key. Now you can watch some sample videos and then I'll get back to you. So as you saw with the video samples, it is pretty good. Keep in mind that YouTube does introduce some artifacts and some compression in the video, and when you just download it from the SD card, it does look much better. And overall the camera is really good, especially for the price that you can get this for. It's pretty good. Sometimes the price does go up, so like if it is about $55 to $60 Canadian, sometimes it does go up to $77 or $75. If it is above 70, I would tell you to wait, because the price does come down quite a bit on this, because when I bought it, it was about 70 and then it just dropped down to 55, so it does fluctuate a bit. So for this price, I think this camera is really good. So few of the things that I would say are negative. First of all, the ADAS system, the advanced driver assist system, that's just a gimmick. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work really well. So I just switched it off. So it does not have any motion detection, and I feel that's a very negative point, because if your car does not have ignition switch off for the cigarette lighter output, then the camera will always stay on. So you need to manually switch off the camera or pull out the cable every time you switch off and switch on the car. So that's a negative, because if it had motion detection, we could just keep the camera on always, and then it would only record when there was motion detected. Otherwise, the video quality is pretty good, even in the dark and in the daytime. Obviously, it's pretty good. The field of view is pretty good. Another thing I noticed was that at 1080p 60 frames a second, the nighttime video is a little more darker. So I put it on 1080p 30 frames a second, and then the quality was pretty good. Don't expect amazing video quality from this in the dark time, because after what you're paying for it, it can only do that well, and in that price, this is a great performing camera. So I'll leave the link to this in the description of the video. Do check it out. If you have any more questions, do leave it in the comment section below. I'll answer it as soon as possible. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, do follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.